Welcome ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to take a look at the McLaren MCL35M driven by Lando Norris in the final race of the 2021 season being held in Abu Dhabi. And this was actually their second special one-off livery that they used in the 2021 season actually. So I wouldn't call this livery underrated, but it definitely flew under the radar compared to their very iconic Golf livery which they used in Monaco. In my opinion, there's very different classes of one-off liveries, so to speak. You have very drastic changes of a whole different color, a whole different design. And then you have the one-off liveries which basically adds or changes element of their existing liveries, which is basically what this is. So without any further ado, let's get the cellophane off and take a closer look at this box. I made a post on Reddit, on the subreddit of Formula 1 Modelcars as well, that this is probably one of the most interesting design boxes we've ever seen. And one kind fella kind of corrected me that the Camo Bull of 2015, that box was also very interesting. But this is for certain among the top 3 of most interesting boxes Spark has ever put out. Top of the box, the left upper corner, we basically see the McLaren team logo. At the right upper corner, we have a Spark logo, this time in orange actually. Most of the time it comes in red. Right down corner, we have the McLaren MCL35M Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2021 Lando Norris. And we basically have a beautiful shot of the car as well. So I'll take you to the interesting side of the box, which is basically this beautiful artwork at the side. Why don't they utilize this space for beautiful artwork like this? I understand that not every livery has a beautiful artwork like this one, but we also have a very beautiful profile shot of the car. It looks really nice and stellar. And underneath we have www.sparkmodel.com. This side, front of the car, again, team logo, Spark logo. And at this side, the back of the car basically. The last thing I want to say about this box, which is pretty weird in my opinion, is this is a new 2022 release. This is released at the same time as the new packaging of the RB16B, yet they chose to opt with the old style of packaging. I have no idea why. This was probably manufactured at the same rate because the RB16B was from the same race, obviously from Abu Dhabi. So I have no idea why this comes in the old style of box. Not that I'm complaining because it's very beautiful, but it's pretty strange, so to say. So that's basically it for the box. And there's only one thing left to do, and that's basically unbox it. So let's do that. Being the old packaging, that also means this version doesn't come with a display case. I have a slight feeling this car is going to look amazing on camera. And I think it does. Oh wow. It also comes with a oh yeah, I totally forgot. It also comes with a very special helmet as well. Let's get these trays off. All right, I won't be surprised if there are any decal. Yet I am surprised. Wait a second. Aren't there decals? That's very strange. This whole special livery belonged to the company called Fuse. Fuse is related to nicotine products, so they can't sell it on the car. But what I find particularly strange is the other one-off livery of the Golf McLaren came with waterslide decals for Fuse, yet this one doesn't. That's strange. What obviously springs to mind right away is this beautiful artwork. I believe it's called the Nubian artwork by Rabab. Hold on, give me a second. Rabab Tantawy. I have to say, front wing does look a bit empty without the Fuse sponsors. I find it very weird that the Fuse decals aren't on here. Wing end plates looking really nice as well. Tire sensors looking very stellar as well. What's very beautiful to see is that these latches of the flaps are beautiful in silver, looking really nice. Suspension looking really nice too. Every single bar is in this beautiful carbon fiber, which you can actually feel. What's always interesting to see is this very aggressive, spiky, angular wings. All right, so we do have a lot of logos here with McLaren. Good to see McLaren having so many sponsorships because in 2015 was pretty, let's say, minimalistic. All the way at the top, we have obviously a McLaren swoosh logo, surprisingly not copyrighted by Nike. Then we have Pirelli, CNBC, Klipsch, Trumi, Hilton, Maori Steel, Dell Technologies, and Data Robot. Then we have some more sensors and antennas. And once again, a newly placed sponsorship with Husky Chocolate. Husky Chocolate isn't a new sponsor of McLaren, but it was new on that part of the car. I'll guide you to the bar sport section of this car. Nice little individual slotted pieces. What's really interesting is that we see this very shiny, I wouldn't say chrome, but this very shiny metal bar we have going on there. It's very subtle and it's very fragile, I wouldn't touch it. And this is a small little detail which is very crucial to this car, but I almost forgot. That autograph you see right there is actually of Rabab Tantawy, or I'll put it on the screen. Halo looking really nice as well. We have this emblem of the artwork, and that's about it. At the side of the halo, we do have some more logos. I'm not going to name every single logo on here because there's a lot. I totally forgot about this helmet. He has a special helmet. Once again, I've said this a million times already, I'm going to say it again. I do really like Lando Norris's style of helmets. It's so universal. Right, then we get to the airbox, looking really interesting too. What I'm personally a big fan of is driver names on the car. I got you to the engine cover, this beautiful Nubian livery by Rabab. And one thing I noticed is she added a little bit more hints of purple here. But then once again, at the side of the side pods, we have this warmer hue of color. There's no purple there at all. Wheels looking really nice. I do really like me some black rims, especially because it feels like all the attention is drawn to the bodywork itself, so you can play around a lot more with design. This is an Abu Dhabi car, which meant that in the brackets of the Pirelli logo stencil at the side of the tire, we have once again the quote, "Next year I turn 18 inch. We've seen that with the RB16B video as well. If you haven't seen that, the link is up here. Floor looking really nice as well. And there we can see a lot of changes compared to the Imola car. Once again, beautiful feature that in 2021, they had this very sloped inwards design of floor, looking really nice. As usual, with a lot of 2021 cars, there is a lot of rake on this bad boy. Obviously, rake with the 2022 cars is, I think, non-existent because of the whole tunnel effect underneath the floor. Apart from some sponsors, rear wing remains unchanged. We have at the DRS flap a dark trace logo, and the rest is basically carbon fiber. At the side of the wing end plate, we have a DeWalt, which is actually a new sponsor placement. Underneath there, we have Easy Post, and while we're at it, I hate when they don't cut out these slots. Why? It's 1/18, it's perfect scale to do so. Rear of the car, we have McLaren Artura. Hey, that's pretty strange. Usually there was Husky chocolate on there, wasn't it? Anyway, inside of the wing end plate, we have a small little logo of Buzz. Exhaust looking really nice, suspension looking really nice too. Once again, the fuse is pretty high off the ground. As I said before in the beginning of this video, this car is a new release, yet it's the older style packaging, meaning it doesn't come with an acrylic case or the new base, which is quite a lot smaller and a bit longer. Nice little plaque of gray, and underneath there we have McLaren MCL35M Abu Dhabi GP 2021, and the driver is Lando Norris. Alright, so there we have the MCL35M one-off livery of Abu Dhabi, driven by Lando Norris. As usual, it is a Spark 1/18 scale model car, and I can only say one thing, they're really great. I don't see any lack of detail that springs to mind, which is very, very shocking. Apart from some non-existing cutouts in the generic steering wheel, I do really like how fast and how good they manufacture model cars compared to Mini Champ. I shot this video the same day the Japanese Grand Prix took place, and that was in October of 2022. Right now, if I want that exact car, I already know I have to wait for Q3 of 2023. The thing with Spark is, Spark produces, in my opinion, better quality model cars, and they even produce them faster as well. Why wouldn't you want that? I think if you were to make a tier list of 2021 liveries, obviously the McLaren Golf livery and the RB16B Arigato livery will be 1 and 2, or maybe both number 1, who knows. Yet these kind of one-off liveries, which they only change some aspect, as I said before, is that special enough for you to get? That's the question. I think personally, this race for Lando Norris, I mean, I'm not talking about Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton, but this exact race for the McLaren team wasn't really all that much special, was it? If you're looking to get every single one-off livery of 2021, I think a good 80% is already out there. We had the Golf livery, the Arigato livery, this Abu Dhabi livery, the Saudi Arabia Alpine livery, the Alfa Romeo Monza livery, and technically we would have the RB16B with the Acura livery. I think that's every special livery we have. So far, in my year of reviewing, I've never received a broken one. Never a broken one. Yet. That's basically today's video, so thank you very much for watching. Please like this video and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. It keeps me motivated to make more beautiful stuff for you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. As usual, I will put a link in the description where you can get this model car too, if you were so to please. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one as well. So goodbye.